crazy stuff that, you know, I've seen, like the huge confirms. It's just like, you know, straightforward, get the job done, Forsburn. And on the other side, this fleet is a bit of a monster when it comes to on hit. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of damage every time Mr. Watch&Learn gets touched.
All right, well, let's find out, guys. We are in losers round 1. Loser of this is going to be finishing at 7th place in this top 8. Doman versus Watch&Learn. Pretty slow opening to start things out, but not necessarily because, you know, people are going for like big things. They just want to scout each other out, get more comfortable on the stage. But now we got this stage control in a pretty great position for Doman.
Yeah, this is where I'd say Doman just makes his money, makes his bread and butter, because the moment you get off stage, that's where he's really gonna, you know, obviously, as all fleets, gonna capitalize a lot. And let's see, goes for the air dodge, does not get a punish on it. Really, really impressive air dodge timing, getting out of there. Mr. Watch&Learn now with that back air, dangerous position.
And the platform is nowhere to be found to help aid this this get up from the ledge, but it appears to not matter too much. Watch&Learn getting some big swings in, and that's a trade you will take every single day.
Yeah, very nice dagger positioning, but just a back air off the rip, and it gets the job done. Still though, these F-capes have been so useful right now for Mr. Watch&Learn. We've seen every single time Doman has not really been able to punish them when they get thrown out, and ends up with, you know, eating a ton of percent.
And it is such a big hitbox too. Like if you're trying to float like even in like the same zip code as a Forsburn, and you don't have a way to get around some of these capes, they're just huge.
Yep. And best case scenario, like if you punish it, if you shield it, you basically get like a forward air, which can be, you know, floor hugged. So you don't really get a great punish. So it's kind of a low committal, high reward option. But the down strong, that's a high reward option as well.
I was not ready for that to KO, but it KO.
I mean, floaties, they die off the top easier. That's how it be.
That's true.
And once again, we see that floor hug off of that forward air that seems like Mr. Watch&Learn has been really, you know, diligent about making sure to go for it.
And this tech chasing on point right now for Watch&Learn as he looks to take this 2-stock lead and just finish the job, because you lingered a little bit low off stage and you can't get over my ledge hog.
Yeah, damned if you do, damned if you don't there. As, you know, he could have used the reverse neutral beat, sorry, the reverse down beat to get like a little bit closer to the ledge. But with Forsburn hanging on the ledge right there, there's a pretty high chance he goes for a back air or a down air just to, you know, disrupt your recovery, almost certainly kill you there. So I guess, you know, maybe Doman was hoping he would fall, that he wouldn't hang on the ledge the whole time. Seems like there was a little bit of controller issue there. Hopefully it's all right, but seems like Doman had to change something up. We are going to be going into game 2 with a dominating 2-stock coming from Mr. Watch&Learn.
That's always a bummer when you just don't see the controls quite adapted correctly. And, you know, in that situation, you know, it's really kind of just on the player. You should have checked it. You should have called a button check, right? But it still feels bad. Most feels bad. But we're going into game 2. There's still a whole lot of rivals to be played in this set, so let's find out if Doman can turn it around.
Yep, down tilt's coming out. And nice. Gets that dash attack in the down air. Doman is having such a hard time getting back to stage, a thing that's normally not too much of an issue for Fleet, but Mr. Watch&Learn capitalizing so well and is deceived by the clone and eats a little bit of a punish for it.
Yeah, that recovery was just scouted 100%, and that big down air hitbox spiked the snot out of Doman, and it's going to make it really hard to come back in this game. You don't really think of Fleet as too much of a comeback character, but it's definitely doable. Let's see. Okay. I was fooled a bit. Wasn't sure which is which.
You know, it's always funny to me when I'm like, oh yeah, it must be the one on stage, and then they die and the one on stage disappears. I'm like, oh, they just SD'd. Oops. Once again, it seems like Doman is having a very difficult time at dealing with this floor hug that comes out from Mr. Watch&Learn. Mr. Watch&Learn having no such problems every single time, able to get that stock just off of a down air. Double jump used,
two stocks, 2 down airs, I will point out, Jet.
Yeah.
But reverse fair might be enough to scout out this recovery. I'm going for a really low, I don't even know.
I think he was going for smoke, fall down, up B into the smoke, and then go for a side B wall jump. But just, I don't know, went a little too low. I think he just went a little too low for the up B to come out in time. So, but still, I mean, this is going to be huge damage. Gets the down air reset, and 92% keeps the combo going into a back air cross stage. And a down air, that's 3 down airs, 3 stock Sturm.
3 for 3, that's 100% hit ratio. Someone needs to watch and learn this.
True. I'm watching, I'm learning. I'm learning you don't mess with Mr. Watch and Learn when he's off stage.
The thesis of his presentation is Forsburn good.
Yeah, down air, downward aerial. I think they're going for a controller replug. Maybe something up with Doman's controller. Not sure. Oh, they're on the wrong ports.
Okay, so making sure player 1 is on the P1 cam side, P3 is on the P3 cam side.
Yep.
Production shenanigans, but we'll be getting into game 3 momentarily here.
What do you think we need to see different out of Doman this next game?
Just Fleet is good when Fleet can control center. You need to find that way to get the first big neutral win and then just control center and make Forsburn try to land, because Forsburn's landing options not as strong necessarily versus some of the projectiles that Fleet can throw out.
Yeah, for sure. I think that one of the biggest problems is literally just Forsburn standing there and threatening F-Cape. It's just been disastrous for our Fleet player. Like, Doman has tried to drift in fair multiple times and just gets floor hugged and punished over and over again. He needs to come up with a new game plan. Otherwise, I don't think that this game 3 is going to be any different than the first 2.
That is a good point, because it can be hard when you think that this bow and arrow is enough of a disjointed hitbox to try and challenge the sword, but the sword is just so large, right?
Yeah, I mean,
and the cape is even larger.
It's more the cape, right? Oh, but already picking up so much damage. Finally, Doman gets a little bit of a hit, neutral air into a couple combo starters, but man, it's just such a dichotomy. Yeah.
The dare idea was a good idea, but then you're forced to recover high because you've been ledge hogged so many times, and that means 4 for 4 on dares in a row.
Yeah, it really feels like there needs to be some major change here from Doman, or it's just going to be more of the same. Getting out of there, getting back to center stage. It seems like Doman's real strength of edge guarding has not come into play in this point. Probably just, a testament to how well Mr. Watch and Learn is keeping his advantage state, rarely giving Doman a chance to even hit him off stage once. Oh, I like that wave lift. And another downer, no tech, and that's going to be it for the second stock.
5 for 5.
5 spikes already. And that might as well be curtains. I mean, 3 stocks to 1. Storm, how do you even come back from this?
Like you mentioned, the recovery is a weakness of Forsburn. You just haven't gotten the Forsburn off the stage like a single time. Or put meaningful pressure on the Forsburn from off stage. And even they're able to use the ledge get up and vulnerability to cancel that projectile landed onto him.
Yeah, the time just interrupted. Finally has Force off stage, but all right, let's see. Grab the ledge.
That's 1 down.
That's 1 down. It's got a heck of a lot more work to do, though. Oh, up tilt on shield, gonna be punished. Nice little tech chase. Forsburn going for another down air. Doesn't get the first one, but still a dangerous spot. And yeah, that's it. That's it. Just as simple as that. He has the timing down. Why bother doing anything else when the simple downer is gonna get the trick?
That's 6 for 6. It's gonna work out.
He even had 2 in that edge guard. There was 1 downer that Fleet managed to make it back from. He's like, oh, but can you do it again? And the answer was no.
The answer was absolutely not. And Watch and Learn making it look like a clinic here in top 8 losers side. We're going to see some more Forsburn action going on later on this match. But before then, we're going to go to the other side of top 8 losers, which is going to be Zach, another Forsburn.
Yeah, I mean, possible Orcane. Zach plays both characters. It depends on the matchup. Versus Raster, I got to imagine we're going to see Forsburn, though.
Playing against our friend and the remaining Chicago participant in this bracket,
Big Mac,
who made